Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Have a look at this news item from the crypto. Simply put, over 50 whales have amassed 420 million XRP in the last month. And so, look, it's been a blast as XRP price has skyrocketed today, at one point up 30% over the last 24 hours, literally on some markets anyway hitting 50 cents. I hadn't seen something like that in a while. It's great fun to see everything in action. However, I will tell you that the whales out there, who do tend to behave differently than the typical retail speculator, were prepared for this move. They were completely prepared to take this step. They made wagers. And I believe it is reasonable to suspect that maybe a good part of the reason or a reason for a lot of these whales to do what they have been doing is just an anticipation of the SEC Ripple case ending. Even with that uncertainty, today's price action in XRP is truly remarkable. What might happen if we finally get some answers, which might happen any day now? Some local attorneys believe that this could happen as soon as this week. Anyway, I guess that's that. Moreover, there is this headline from Decrypt: President's Economic Report blasts crypto for ignorance of basic economic principles. To be honest, by the time I got past the headline of this article, I was already rolling my eyes. But as I read on, I became increasingly frustrated because they blatantly lied about crypto and its capabilities, achievements, and future potential. This is complete and utter nonsense that they are making up. I don't know who they think they are fooling by making these claims, but it's obvious to anyone paying attention that what they've written here isn't consistent with reality, especially when considering XRP actual practical applications. For more, check out the daily HODL's macro guru Raul Pal updates outlook on Bitcoin predicts 50,000 USD is reached by Bitcoin. But before we go any further, I should state that I have zero experience in the financial sector. In no way am I advising you to buy or sell anything based on what you read here, and you shouldn't treat my words as such. I'm just a fan who likes to dabble in crypto by making videos on YouTube about the subject. Okay, to get things rolling, I'll quote a brief comment made by a YouTuber and blockchain supporter I know. He simply wrote, "As the day comes to a close and a new daily candle emerges, XRP ends the day plus 25% who don't mind that one bit." You can see the change in price action over the past 24 hours for each coin as I scroll through Live Coin Watch below by looking at the right column, which has 20 entries. Most things are horizontal rather than vertical. Almost everything seems to be slightly reduced. Afterwards, XRP started acting like it was in the midst of a minor pre-melt. We'll see what happens after the SEC Ripple case if it wasn't a complete face melt. Maybe we'll get our faces melted, but first we'll have to deal with those little drips. It's also encouraging that XRP hasn't caused any burns so far. Seeing as how, well, I suppose you could argue, sure. Evidently, you are aware that XRP all-time high was close to $4, and that in April of 2021, when it ran up to $2, you thought you were almost going to hit it. Sorry, I have no idea. A big tease, really. However, I'm convinced that it will occur in the long run. I won't even pretend to guess when, but I will remain patient regardless. And then there was this from Freaky, a member of the XRP community and a professional in the finance industry who has been involved in the cryptocurrency space since 2011. As you may know, he regularly updated XRP on fire by 25%. In terms of creating wealth at a retail level, digital assets are unparalleled. To put it bluntly, you will be much better off if you learn to deal with uncertainty and work within reasonable time constraints. And in my opinion, it's for those whose emotions get the best of them. If you can't control your emotions, investing in cryptocurrency is the best way to lose money on the planet. But I'll tell you, there is no better way to achieve life-changing wealth for those who can control the emotions and have a reasonable timeline in mind for their specific goals. We are at the dawn of a new era, one that has never before presented itself to our species. Amazing, really. And now, the meat of this piece. In the past month, 50 whales have amassed a total of 420 million XRP. Up to 50 whale addresses represent the massive investments being made in XRP. A storage capacity of 10 to 100 million. There has been a recent influx of XRP onto the system. Using data from Sentiment, a market intelligence resource, prominent crypto analyst Ali recently brought public attention to the bullish pattern. and he put it on Twitter in the past 30 days. 50 whales have joined the network, each holding between 10 and 100 million XRP. According to data from Sentiment, these large investors have purchased approximately 420 million XRP for a total of $155.4 million. Do you find the timing of any of this surprising? Greetings, whoever may be listening. That's not likely to happen. They arrived just in time to catch the beginning of the big move section. The sentiment graph shows that on February 21 and 23 RD, there was a sharp increase in the number of whale addresses holding between 10 million and 100 million XRP. In the days leading up to the 16th of February, the number of these whale addresses was just over 116. After the initial surge, however, they stabilized at a peak of 176 before gradually declining. Despite the decrease, there are still 171 of these addresses in use. At this time, the figure represents the highest value seen so far this year. There you go. The population of large whales increased from 116 to 171. Most people on Earth, of course, don't even have the means to consider such a proposition. Almost no one possesses such a large sum of money. However, they did, and it was transferred to XRP. Once more, they risked their money. Anyone keeping tabs on the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit knows that the most likely outcome is still clarification for XRP, which is great for the average XRP holder even if Ripple technically loses the lawsuit. Basically, all we need at this point is some clarification from Judge Torres on the topic of sales on the secondary market. For the average expert, it doesn't even matter if Ripple succeeds or fails. That won't be the only factor in this situation. Perhaps Ripple succeeds 100% of the time. Sorry, I have no idea. After everything is settled here, I won't make any predictions, but I will say that I'm very optimistic about the future of XRP in the United States. As an added bonus, this was also a pretty neat thing to witness. Ryan Selkis, the CEO of Messari, is a vocal opponent of Ripple and XRP. Recently, he's been a little bit nicer to sharing, and I think that's because he realizes that tribalism isn't the best strategy for safeguarding the crypto community at large. And something was tweeted this morning from Messari that I never expected to see, because everything from Messari, and I've covered some of the stuff on my channel over the years, has just been negative, unfair, and sometimes outright false stuff about XRP in particular. Over the years, I have responded critically to a number of such articles. But now we have a positive thread on Twitter from Messari explaining the XRP ledger. Hell must surely have frozen over by now, as this is so. The day has been both unusual and encouraging. The day has gone wonderfully. The very reason I decided to bring it up is that it occurred to me. I figured it was important enough to at least mention. The Crypt Presence Economic Report, however, comes along and slams crypto for failing to understand fundamental economic concepts. To say that is ignorant of basic economic principles is an understatement. Oops, you mean that's incorrect. More, please. Throughout its massive 513-page annual report, the White House today poured cold water on crypto, highlighting the negative aspects of digital assets and claiming, quote, blockchain technology has fueled the rise of financially innovative digital assets that have proven to be highly volatile and subject to fraud, e.g., Bitcoin. That settles it. You can make out the story that is being depicted. This is the tool of choice for criminals. Another quotation follows. While proponents of digital assets, especially crypto assets, may claim that they are a revolutionary innovation, their designs often betray a lack of understanding of fundamental economic and financial principles learned over centuries. How do you feel about that, then? Everybody here deals with cryptography. If what I'm saying about the way these people view you is true, then you may be feeling as though you're being treated as though you don't understand the fundamentals of economics. They have their sights set on destroying you and they look down on you with contempt. It's a concerted assault on cryptography. Just take a look around at the current situation. And it is not even figuratively true. What they are saying here is completely false. Check out this very section, in fact. They wrote, "It has been argued that crypto assets may provide other benefits, such as improving payment systems, expanding financial inclusion, and creating mechanisms for the distribution of intellectual property and financial value that bypass intermediaries, in addition to the decentralized custody and control of money. None of these advantages have been realized so far," end quote. Sorry about that. We don't even know what that is. These advantages do not currently exist. How about a chat with Ripple? Do they realize that they are lying about their actions? You have got to be kidding me. By acting as a transitional currency between the two systems, XRP can drastically reduce the costs associated with using the current financial infrastructure. Yes, you can find that today. This concept of financial inclusion seems like it would inevitably lead to the elimination of intermediaries in the transfer of ownership of ideas and money. Do you know what an FTS is? As a result of the fact that you can get. In a nutshell, it makes everyone's stakes the same. In this regard, an FTS is superior in my opinion. It's funny to make jokes about how expensive they are, and I get that. JPEGs. Yes, I understand. The thought of that made me laugh. But what about the concept of being a content creator for anything, be it music, you being a blogger, whatever? Simply choose any asset you like, sell the rights to it, and the royalties will be paid to you automatically in programmable money, a programmable cryptocurrency. Therefore, you can guarantee that the content creator is compensated for their work each time one of these pre-existing items is sold. And now the White House is shouting at us that we have no idea what we're doing on the economic front. Those of us who have been paying attention know, of course, that this is not acceptable. What I'm trying to say is, also, the Daily Hodl macro guru says, new Bitcoin forecast from Rug Pull projects price of $50,000. After a massive rally amid US banking failures and a new YouTube interview with Anthony Pompliano, Real Vision CEO Rug Pull is updating his outlook on Bitcoin. Paul estimates that Bitcoin's value has the potential to rise by nearly 80% in a year. I should also point out that Rug Pull is an XRP holder and advocate who believes the SEC versus Ripple case will be resolved favorably and that the XRP price will rise above $10 as a result. In any case, I may have already mentioned this on the channel, but that's his point of view. Next, he makes a statement. Paul claims that he believes Bitcoin's value will increase. Part of our ascent to the $50,000 mark will come from short sellers being forced to cover their positions. Is a speculator's bet erroneously that the value of the king cryptocurrency will fall? The term short squeeze refers to the phenomenon in which investors who have bet against an asset's price quickly sell their shorted shares to avoid further losses. This squeeze leads to further rallies. Likewise, it contradicts a recent forecast. Incredibly, former Coinbase CTO Balaji predicts that Bitcoin will reach $1 million in just 90 days. Or, come on. Now. Needs $1 million in 90 days. But, in any case, Ron Paul claims he has a 0% chance of being correct. Chances of being correct are nil. However, he's investing $1 million, maybe even $2 million, into promoting a vital idea. It's all right with me if that happens. Okay, now I see it. My central argument is that the market will be cornered to a greater extent than most anticipate. Because of this, I believe we will reach $50,000 sooner than most people anticipate. Do you mean this year? Will it be within a year? Perhaps, end of quote. The upcoming 12 months certainly promise to be exciting. And look, I'm not saying it's going to be exactly like the bubble inflation and subsequent collapse that occurred at the end of 2017 and the beginning of 2018. But it can't possibly be worse than it was last year, can it? This has been the worst year ever. In case you haven't already, now is a great time to be involved with crypto. Anyway, man, I'm ready for it. It's exciting to think that we could wake up one day and find that this case is finally closed, and who knows, maybe I'll even get to witness it. Without even reading a headline, I can tell that the price of XRP is unusually high. Well, you know what? Early this morning, before I checked in on the latest in crypto and news, I took a quick glance at price. And then I saw XRP go skyward, and I couldn't help but be amazed. Is there no further action to be taken in that case? Therefore, it could serve as a sign. No, it wasn't. Even so, it was incredible to witness the price skyrocket. But eventually, that's exactly what's going to happen. There's a lot to look forward to, pals. No, I don't give out financial advice. Nothing I say or write should be used as a basis for making any financial decisions. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you in the next video. Bye.